Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Sogat and this is essentially the first video that I'm going to be uploading on this channel. First of many more, so I hope you like this one. So for the first book review, I thought I would do something by one of my favorite authors, and that is Haruki Murakami's Wild Sheep Chase. So essentially this is a part of the Rat trilogy, which consists of, well, 3 books. But the first two are Hear the Wind Sing and Pinball, 1973. And so this is the last one. Even though it's a trilogy, like, you don't have to read the first two in order to understand this one. They're like standalone novels, so there's not much overlapping happening between the novels, so should be good with that. But if you want to, that's totally fine as well. So this book essentially starts off with this unnamed narrator who works as some sort of an executive or manager for this advertising company, along with his partner Max. So he's like living this mundane and like unfulfilling life. He feels as though his life is going nowhere, and that is until he gets this letter, a postcard sort of thing from his friend who's named the Rat. That's his friend's name, the Rat. And in the letter there's this photo of a herd of sheep, and the friend asks him to post this as an advertisement of some sort. And after posting that, he gets a call from this man named the Boss, who's supposed to be this political leader in Japan, who's a right-wing figure, some higher authority. And so he comes into contact with this man, the Boss. And so after coming into contact with this guy named the Boss, they have this meeting where the Boss talks about this particular sheep that was posted in the advertisement by this unnamed protagonist. And so this sheep apparently is not just any sheep. It's supposed to be this magical, like some mysterious sheep that holds powers and stuff. And so the Boss essentially sends our protagonist on this journey to find this sheep, and that is pretty much the story. It literally is a wild sheep chase. The whole story is a wild sheep chase, but obviously there's lots of different things happening in the book, but you can essentially see the book as that. So he travels to Hokkaido with his girlfriend, who has magical ears, by the way, to find this one particular sheep. And the journey begins. So that's pretty much the story, and they end up meeting, other characters and stuff like that, and they unfold different mysteries, and they end up finding out a lot more about the sheep and the people that have come into contact with the sheep. So it's very interesting. It's confusing at times, which if you have read Murakami, you probably know this, but I don't know, his writing style is just very strange, which makes him unique, but also like at times where there'll be like 2 characters talking to each other about something, and then middle of it, and you'll be like, what did I just read? And it won't make sense in the moment, but he makes you, like, his writing style makes you want to keep reading somehow. So that's one big Murakami specialty, I guess. The characters in this book are very interesting, I think, especially the main protagonist, who's nameless, and for whatever reason Murakami seems to do this with a lot of his characters in his novels. Maybe it's an identity sort of thing with, who am I and what's my purpose, sort of that sort of theme carrying in his novels. So that could be the reason why our narrator, our protagonist, is nameless. He's very interesting. I like his journey. There's a big theme of isolation that surrounds this character. he quits his job because he feels very isolated and mundane in his daily life. He has a divorce with his wife. And at the end his girlfriend ends up leaving him. So yeah, you end up feeling for this character. He ends up breaking down at the end, which is a very sad part to read as well. So yeah, I definitely really like this character's journey. The sheep man, which is another interesting character, it was pretty funny the way it was written in the books about the sheep man. If you end up reading the book, I think you'll like him as well. He's liked by a lot of readers that have read this book. His girlfriend, who's also nameless, is also a very peculiar character. She's I don't know what sort of role she's playing in this, but yeah, I do like her. She's very supportive and seems to be very sweet and friendly. I wish there was more of a story to her, but that's how it is. So yeah, definitely overall I would definitely recommend this book for anyone who's starting out on Murakami. A lot of people start with either Norwegian Wood or Kafka on the Shore. I started with Norwegian Wood, and it was a great start, but I think this is a great start as well, because this was one of his earlier works, I believe. So if you read this, you can see his journey as a writer, his development as a writer. So so that's that. But overall, I would say this is like a 4 out of 5 book, 4 stars for this book. Yeah, I'll definitely recommend reading this book. So that's that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be making more videos in the future. If you have any suggestions, please recommend them on the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.